my words exactly. In the Morelos Mountains, campesinos are planting their fields, where the ghost of Zapata rides a horse that can still outrun the wheel. Where the ghost of Zapata rides a horse that can still outrun the wheel. It's the three Mexican Air Force flying tonight. Way up there in Kentucky, a cowgirl is cooling her heels, remembering that God gave us herbs and the fruits of the field. But a criminal law that makes outlaws of those seeking light make the three Mexican Air Force, Mescalito riding his white horse. The three Mexican Air Force is flying tonight, flying so high. How strange and innocent herb causes money to burn. They'll jail you or kill you for making those rich fat cats squirm. But nothing can stop us, my vision is clearly in sight. And the three Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. While we smoking colitas, federales are loading their guns, blowing smoke from their six-shooters, spinning their barrels for fun. Contrabandistas, banditos of light, we're the free Mexican Air Force and we're flying tonight. And high in the hills we are harvesting sweet sensimilla. The law wants it all because they think the wine we can free us. Freedom for us is a prison for the rulers of might. That's why the free Mexican Air Force, Mescalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. Everybody flying so high. Yeah, yeah. Flying tonight.
Hey, Toka too. You know I had to drop a track for my boy.
Hey, Blake, where you at?
Pop. Yeah, Kevin and your razzing boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting no fights on the table. Coming that Boston since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. On the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shout out Bruce Gas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toka too. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the Pikachu. Little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out Mad Chad, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the pan. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sandals. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this the fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed, yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
Salute and good evening. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and a little more, I hope. Get that in the background there. Thanksgiving night, man. 2022. Shout out, man. Shout out. I'm glad you cats stopped in here, man. My brother Michael Johnson, boxing, talking more. That was a great show today, bro, man. You know, hey, I got a few of them that hate me too, man. Me, I give you nothing but love. So all that hate, that's on you, brother. You know, I love it. You know, you can hate me, you can torture me, you can turn me off, you can fucking block me, you can take my wrench. Just don't bore me. That's all, man. Just please don't bore me. Shout out to my brother Michael Johnson, my man Picasso, bro. Always good to see you, my brother. And there you go. You hear that herbal popping, man. You know that's Bruce Gas over here. Oscar Bonavena, shout out my brother. How you doing, my man? How you doing, my man? Hey, man, I'm glad some people popped in here tonight because been listening to the same old shit all day long. Spence, Bud Crawford, A-side, B-side. I don't even know half of these promoters anymore, man. But one thing I do know is I like the old fights. I like classic boxing, and I'm going back to 1983 tonight to see a tremendous heavyweight fight. Gerrie Coetzee from South Africa against Pinklon Thomas. It ended in a draw. And they both became world champions. This was that era where they were passing around that world championship titles like they were hot potatoes. They were going from one fighter to the next, to the next, to the next. And, you know, the early 80s, that was a good time. That's when Mike Tyson was coming up through the pack. Just, you got that right, my brother Michael. Just don't bore me, man. Just don't bore me. Life is boring enough. We got some great boxing we're going to watch tonight, man. If you cats haven't seen this fight, and believe me, there's not a lot written about this fight. So I had to do some serious memory searching. I had to go look at some of their very, very few articles I could find on this fight. But it was a memorable night because there was so many good fights. I think this was a Friday night on HBO. I'm gonna do a couple of hits on this grass, on this Toka 2, man. Get my head in the right frame of mind. Not that it's not already, but maybe let a few more people come in here or jump out of here, whatever the case may be. You know how it is on YouTube, man. I was on last night. I'm on tonight. I'll be on tomorrow night, man. I'll probably jump on some panel on Saturday too. I have nothing better to do, man. Really. No, I do. There's a lot that I have to do and should be doing. We take care of it all, get it out of the way. You know, I'm listening to YouTube from when I get up to. In fact, when I get up this morning, I played a Jackson Brown concert, and I went for my stroll, seen and unseen. Yeah, brother, you were here this morning, man. I saw you in here, man. Shout out to you, my brother. I appreciate you coming around, man. And you're another cat. I see you everywhere because you love boxing. You know, you don't want to listen to the same old bullshit everywhere. I mean, we have opinions. We favor different fighters, man. I admire fighters that some rooms hate. He's a traitor, he's a cheater, he's an Uncle Sam, blah 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 blah. Uncle Tom. I don't even know what the fuck they call him anymore because I don't take personal threats on fighters personally, man. I don't take them seriously. I think it's a lot of people that have a lot more. They have a lot more aggressive mentality than they do boxing mentality, and they like to shake up things. They like to make things exciting on here, make people come to their channels. And I mean, Bruce Gas, he's been in all those channels, man. I was rah when I first came in. I didn't know what was going on. I kind of wanted to join the gang, But then I branched out. I saw other views, other points of views, and and my own boxing knowledge, bro. We understand it goes way deeper than YouTube, and it goes way deeper than these content creators. I guess that's what some people like to tag us with now. It's kind of a compliment because, man, I only create havoc. I usually get in trouble for it, man. I got a couple of ex-wives that'll tell you so, but that's all behind me now, man. This is a whole new realm for me. This YouTube boxing community. And I kind of think God's keeping me around here because He's got a little bit more work for me to do in here, man. To straighten out some things, straighten out myself, maybe get some people in here, man. For sure, seen and unseen, man. We love boxing. We like to hear what other people say about it. We like to hear what's going on, what the ops. I don't know what the fucking ops are anymore, man. The ops. I don't know what the ops are. The Coetzee and boxing and a couple of good friends get me through this life. And let's go back to this night, January 22nd, 1983. I was with my first wife. I think this was an argument this night. This was a Friday night where, I was married to a young little hot mama, and she wanted to go out all the time. She liked to hit the bars, hit the clubs back then. Well, they were bars, but they were clubs. All of a sudden, they were, they became glorified discos with a DJ there and a ball, a fucking, what do they call those balls? Disco balls. I got one right in my living room over there above my light, a little one, but it's. They get the light hits them, and man, they make the room look bizarre. Yes, sir, Picasso. We definitely admire the technical skills. We're going to talk about a fight tonight, man. It was a South African, Gerrie Coetzee, and it was Pinklon Thomas, the American Pinklon Thomas. This fight ended in a draw, and both remained. Demetrius Bright, so shout out my brother. Salute to you, bro. Glad to see you in here. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, man. Coetzee and Pinklon Thomas, they both got their title shots after this. Coetzee has had a couple of them earlier, but he remained a top contender. He was going to fight Muhammad Ali, but Ali didn't want to fight a South African, so he took up residence in New Jersey. He thought maybe that would relieve a little of the political pressure because Coetzee, he was not a South African racist type. He was the other way, and he was a different man. He was kind of like the big bull Ferdinand. I don't think he had the heart to be a boxer. He had a tremendous right hand, man. The right hand of Gerrie Coetzee, it had like 24 operations on his hand. It had titanium in there. And it was fused in there to hold the knuckles together, and they called it the bionic right hand, man. He knocked Leon Spinks' head off. He took out Mike Weaver with it. But he had a tremendous career, man. Just the people that Coetzee fought. We'll start a little earlier in his career, man. He fought Ron Stander. Everybody remembers Ron Stander. He fought Joe Frazier. He fought George Foreman. He fought everybody. Then he beat another elite South African at the time, Coetzee. See, Bob Arum was bringing in the South Africans in the late 70s. And there was Coetzee, Gerrie Coetzee, and Mike Korenicki. Hey, Real Rap, my brother. Glad to see you in here again tonight. Andrew, Charles, you too, man. I'm I got the old boxer's disease, or I get bored and I say, I'm gonna go back and play an old fight that I dug on, and I see if I get a few boxing, and damn, I'm going to call you historians, man, because that's what you are. You guys, you study the history of boxing. What are we going to call you? Fucking casuals? No, no, man. This is history. I mean, I lived through it, so if I'm calling this history, then I'm fucking history. Maybe I am. But like I said, I think God's got a special plan for me, to keep doing this, and just today, it's cool. I sent out a bunch of texts this morning to people I have the numbers to, and there's a few boxes on there that I have and they all got back to me. They all got back to me and wished me and my family's happy birthdays, and it's just it's a different feeling here at this stage of my life to be relating to the people who used to be my heroes. I mean, my buddies had Hulk Hogan and fucking Batman on their walls, and me, I had fucking Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, and getting to meet. I'm not gonna meet Ali and Frazier anymore, man. Well, maybe I will someday. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll get into a little scrap with my main people up there. But it's it's nice. It's nice to remember these things and to share them with you cats, because I know you cats are sponges for boxing history. I feel it. When we speak of it, my man Blood Boxing is going to start doing a lot more of this old boxing. Oh yeah, discos were. I lived through disco. I saw it was a real dull time in bars. They were just kind of drunks and fighting and stuff, and all of a sudden, fucking Bee Gees put out "Do, do, 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 you make me feel like dancing," and you had all that disco shit, and fucking people started instead of the jeans and sneakers and shit, you started wearing these double knit fucking pants and disco suits and collars coming out of over your jacket. It was a whole different era. A lot of coke. Girls were all dressed up really nice, man. All dresses, man. They decided to fuck the hippie shit. They decided to go to Victoria's Secrets and start looking nice from the inside out. It was a really funky time. It was a funky time. It was before AIDS. AIDS kind of put a fucking big X in it. But it was a fun time. And yeah, man, the bar scene was a happening scene. A couple of my friends, they owned bars, and they turned them into discos. I mean, it wasn't they weren't real discos. It wasn't like New York, Boston city shit, man. It was these fucking Yahoo fucking dive bars that all of a sudden they put up a ball, put a DJ in the corner, cleared some tables out, made a dance floor, and them lights go down, and you could have been in Studio 54 for all the coke was just as good. And it was a very free time. Even half of the cops were doing fucking lines and catching blowjobs in the parking lot. So it was a decent time. It wasn't violent. Violence came in there, of course. It always does. But a lot of homies around. And it was a fun time. And boxing was always a plus. And see, all those cats, they all knew Bruce Gas. He's the boxing man. So when there were fights, half the time I go into a bar and I'd say, hey, I'm going to come home. I'm going to go to my place and watch the fight. And they knew I had the Sony Trinitron. I had the weed, the Toka 2. And, I always used to keep a decent supply of booze in the house, too. Regardless, they'd bring it over. But they wanted to hear me call the fights and shit like that, man. No, bro, I'm in Rhode Island. New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Maine, Vermont, Connecticut, Massachusetts. We're all in this little corner of the fucking of the United States, up in the right-hand corner, man. Where little conservative towns. It costs a lot of money to live here. They say, I don't know, man. I look at California and it's like, dude, I couldn't survive. I saw something about a homeless people in California. They're getting SSI, so they're getting like $600, and they're getting $300 in food stamps and free Obama phones, and Well, brother, Real Rap, if you ever drive through here, man, please get in touch with me, one way or the other, man, beforehand, because I'd love to buy you dinner, or have a smoke with you, whatever it may be. I like meeting some of these cats in the flesh, and I've met a couple of them, man. Like Mad Chad drove down to my house, and then me and him drove to Pennsylvania last week, and and I met Tim Witherspoon. His business coordinator. He has family in the next town over, so he came to see his family last summer. He called me up, came down digging clams on my beach. It was real cool. And if I ever met anybody else, man, and I don't want to not leave it out because my mind. I told you guys, it's shot, especially smoking all the weed that I do. Details, but when it comes to boxing, I can remember these fights, man. And like I was saying, man, let's go look at Gerrie Coetzee again. Let me tell you the people that this cat fought. All right, the country was kind of introduced to him. He knocked out Leon Spinks just after Leon Spinks had lost his return match with Ali. But people thought Leon was going to come right back and take the vacated title. And Leon Spinks was considered one of the best heavyweights in the world, even though he was a joke on late night TV and everything else. Leon was a nice fucking guy. He ended up tending bar after. He talk about a guy who went from rags to riches, back to rags again. But God rest his soul. Leon Spinks gave us some great entertainment. But he was knocked out in the first round by Gerrie Coetzee in fucking Monte Carlo, I believe it was. And then he came back and he lost to John Tate. He lost to John Tate in South Africa. See, South Africa, when Ali retired his WBA belt, the South Africans backed by Bob Arum, they wanted to have a tournament. They did have a tournament there, and two of the participants were South Africans. The other ones were John Tate and was it Mike Weaver? I'm not sure, man. But anyway, the tournament was won by John Tate, who beat Gerrie Coetzee to win the title in the final. It was for the vacant WBA title. That was in 1979. And so, people will say, well, Coetzee, he had his chance. He's not that good. But he stuck around. He stuck around. And he came back. He gained another title shot. He didn't do much to get it, but he got another shot at the title. And that was with Mike Weaver. So this is another one of the cats that he fought, man. And he lost to Weaver. It was a hell of a fight. He got knocked out. So John Tate, Mike Weaver, Ronaldo, Mr. Snipes. He fought Scott Ledoux. He fought the fight we're going to see with Pinklon Thomas. But aside from that, Michael Dokes. He fought Greg Page. He fought James Tillis. He fought Frank Bruno. And his last fight was with somebody that I met a couple of weeks ago, Iran Barkley, the middleweight who beat Thomas Hearns. No, Picasso, I'm not like an encyclopedia. I'm reading some of this stuff off Boxing Neck over here, but I have a good memory, bro, And I appreciate that if you guys do think that, because I try not to be a blabbering idiot. And my wife's always telling me, she says, I told you 20 years ago you should have got on the internet, all the boxing you know. And I said, baby, it's happening now. And I hope I can baffle you with some of this knowledge and maybe even get you through with some bullshit, but just don't let me bore you. If I bore you, man, unsub. Get me out of here, because that's the last thing I want to do is be a fucking bore. And Real Rap, my brother, I appreciate you coming in here. I think I went back and made sure you got wrenched up in here, because I know that means nothing and blah 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 blah, and I only got about 100 other fucking things, but I want to make sure that the cats that come in here have them, just as a token of my appreciation. There's very much else I can give you, so we give you that. And so there we go. Look at the people that Gerrie Coetzee fought. He was a hell of a fighter, man. Like I said, man, the bionic right hand. Some fighters. Mike Weaver, I was listening to him on a show, and he was saying that I think the gloves were loaded. The gloves weren't loaded. The fucking fist was loaded. The fist had titanium infused in it. 24 surgeries. He had a nickname, Little Pain Hands, in South Africa. They used to get on his case about it, because he would postpone fights. He'd break his hand in every fight. Can you imagine how hard somebody has to hit somebody to repeatedly do that? But yeah, man, that no problem, Real Rap, bro. You give me one in your chat. Sometimes I don't even feel like I belong in there, man. But I listen to you, bro, and and I'm 100% behind everything that you're going for. All you say, because I know you're a real dude, bro. You know you're not. You know you don't just talk to be popular. You talk because you believe it. It's from the heart, man. And that's what it's all about, bro. You know, I try to keep politics and religion out of my chat. I try to keep it to boxing, jazz, health, nutrition, a little pro wrestling in there, and of course, the fine herb here. Now let's look at the other half of this fight, man. We got Pinklon Thomas. You know, I first heard of Pinklon Thomas back in the late '70s, and I can't remember what fucking what announcer was saying, but it was a biography about him. And see, Pinklon was a heroin addict when he was 13 years old, and he cold turkeyed his girlfriend who was in the army. Took Pinklon Thomas and got him straight, got him clean. He only had 3 or 4 amateur fights, but he had a jab. Pinklon Thomas had a fucking jab like Sonny Liston. He had that telephone pole long, and he was a big, perfect shape for a boxer. He was just the drugs were what fucked him up. The drugs were what fucked him up. But let me tell you the fighters that Pinklon Thomas was in the ring with. And if you're impressed with Gerrie Coetzee, man, check out Pinklon Thomas. Like I said, the first fight, we saw him fight James Quick Tillis, Alonzo Ratliff, who's a cruiserweight champion. He fought Tim Witherspoon, my friend Tim Witherspoon. And he beat Tim on a fucking split decision. And it was Tim lost the WBC heavyweight championship to Pinklon Thomas. He beat Mike Weaver, another big name there, man. Knocked Mike Weaver out in the 8th round in his only defense, and it was a tremendous freaking fight. It was back and forth. Great fight. If you ever get a chance to see that one, Mike Hercules Weaver and Pinklon Thomas. And then he fought Trevor Berbick, who we talked about the other night, and he lost his title to Trevor Berbick, the WBC heavyweight championship. But the name Pinklon Thomas, he kept on. He was a defense for Mike Tyson. When Mike Tyson had the WBA and WBC heavyweight championships, he took on Pinklon Thomas, and he destroyed Pinklon Thomas. That's when Pinklon was back on the drugs. He was lackluster. I mean, Tyson at his finest. This was 1987 Mike Tyson. Nobody's beaten 1987 Mike Tyson. And this Pinklon Thomas. Oh, that tastes so good. Water, man. PGH Big Dog, my brother. Shout out to you, bro. Happy tea day. Hope you had a lot of turkey, man. I did. I went to my brother's house. And see, I have to watch what I eat because I have something called Barrett's syndrome. I have to lay off. I mean, my diet is like a competitive bodybuilder's diet. What I should be eating, what I do most of the time, it's lean proteins, very clean, complex carbohydrates. No caffeine, no chocolate, no fats. I'm supposed to limit my diet to as least fats as possible. So that means no nuts. That means no cookies, no crackers. I mean, it's no cake. It's real fucking basic. So anyway, I've been going off track, and I'm kind of been paying for it. This is with the diet, not with my boxing show over here, but with the diet. And so I'm trying to straighten it out again. But Thanksgiving, man, what are you gonna do? You go for a Thanksgiving dinner, and I wasn't just gonna have turkey and even the mashed potatoes, man. I'm sure they put a pound of fucking butter in those things, and they had my wife made a couple of side dishes. She made the squash, and she put cranberries in there and freaking maple syrup and all. I mean, good stuff, but stuff that Bruce Gas tries to slide past. And the desserts, cupcakes, pumpkin pie, blueberry pie, brownies. Pigeon Mike Tyson, salute, brother. I mean, it was really fucking, It was danger, danger, danger. Like everybody's Thanksgiving. It was a great meal. We took a bunch home. I took like a dessert tray home. Two of this. And I had a few of them tonight, you know. And my wife, man, my wife has been, since May, she's lost like 40 pounds. You know, she had that, put on some COVID weight. And, you know, hey, man, you know, my wife's 67. So, you know, it's kind of tough to keep that figure. Like when I picked her up in the bar back in 1989, I think it was. But anyway, man, she's very proud of herself. She lost almost 40 pounds since May. And she was she still didn't pig out today. She had a nice little plate, and I haven't seen her eat any of the desserts, and half of them are still on the tray. I ate the other half. So, and I'm sure I'm going to pay for that shit. Pigeon Mike Tyson, wedding cake. All right, my brother. Good strain. So many of them out there. I think I've had wedding. See, there's so many strains out there. I think I had wedding cake concentrate. I bought a tub of concentrate about a year ago. Hey, Mark Nash, salute my brother. And so many strains out there. What I have right now is a strain called Purple Pops. Really, really heavy indica. It's about 23%. Very, very nice. I got a little bud here that I'm ripping tips off and putting them in the Toka 2. And so, you know, it's been a lot of eating like everybody else has today. But I was mindful of it, and my wife definitely was. In fact, when I was walking the dog after I get home from the feast, I go for a couple of miles twice a day, you know, just to keep the circulation going. You know, and my dog is used to it too. If I don't do it, he looks at me like, "What's going on, buddy? Come on, let's go. If it's fucking raining out or something like that, he still wants to go, but he's a very smart dog. He knows. But anyway, man, I'm walking down a couple of houses down. One of the ladies, hey Bruce, because they all know me around here. Because you and Marilyn want some of this chocolate peanut butter pie that we made, and I said, Carrie, no, man. I said, Marilyn lost a lot of weight, and I she lost almost 40 pounds since May. Oh, I haven't seen her because you know, we don't even see our neighbors. We see them once in a while. But anyway, I don't know if she came. I don't think she brought the pie down because I would have seen it down here. And better out of sight, out of mind. That's a killer with me. You know how much fat is in that, and chocolate. And, I mean, that's stuff that not only will it put those unwanted calories in my body, but see the with this Barrett syndrome I have, the fats kind of make the stomach gassy. And when you have Barrett's, your esophagus isn't working right, so you get the acid that can creep up the freaking linings. And anyway, man, I'm glad she didn't bring it over, but we definitely pigged out. And let's get back to this boxing here, man. We're talking about Pinklon Thomas. Got knocked out in the 6th round by Mike Tyson on one of Mike's real early defenses. Then he goes and fights Evander Holyfield. He gets knocked out in the 7th round. I mean, Pinklon was I hate to say it was a punching bag later on in his career, man, but it's hard, bro. It's hard. He fought Mike the Bounty Hunter. I don't know if any of you guys remember him. His son is Mike Hunter now. This is his dad. He fought Riddick Bowe, got destroyed by Riddick Bowe, man. Another cat that I met a couple of weeks ago, man. Fucking Big Daddy Bowe. Nice guy. You know, I'm gonna see if I can get in touch with Riddick. They were telling me he wanted Doe to do interviews, but I think when I'm gonna say, hey, Riddick Blow, I called him Riddick Blow. He laughed like a motherfucker, man. I mean, dude, Riddick Blow. Let me see if I can bring it up for you. I still got the picture we took in here. I talked to him for a good 20 minutes. We talked about fucking here he is. We talked about the fan man, the Holyfield fights. Hey, that's the Big Daddy and the Gas Man right there, man. I'm gonna see if I can get him on here. I'm gonna try, because you know all they can say is no. And I've called many a boxer, and I've gotten probably half of the boxers I've talked to. I've been lined up for interviews, but the other half, you know, shit happens, and we'll see what happens though, man. You know, it's a cool thing bringing these boxers on here. But anyway, man, Riddick Bowe destroyed Pinklon Thomas. He kept fighting again, and he fought another person I have a connection to, the late Tommy Morrison, who You know, if you're here, man, you know we were digging on. We were talking with Tommy's wife Trisha last week, and she's really having a major. She's on a major mission to clear up Tommy Morrison's voice to prove that Tommy didn't have AIDS. And there's if you go on Twitter, follow her because she follows you back, and there's just the people who are with her. Paul Savino's wife, Dee Dee, is the late Paul Savino from Goodfellas. She's there. They want to make a movie about this, and it's fun to be grassroots, to be part of it. And Tim Witherspoon was like, wow, he was like eyes wide open when he heard all the evidence she has. And anyway, something's happened, and if I can help a little bit, that's cool, man. I'm digging on that. But Tommy Morrison destroyed Pinklon Thomas in one round. And then he went on and he fought no namers. All you see is you go through Boxing Rec and you see more red than you do green. And he beat these guys. He went out he went out winning, and then his last fight, Lawrence Carter, a 21-5 fighter, knocked him out, and then Pinklon retired in 1993. So he had a good career from the late 70s to the early 90s. And this fight itself was a very interesting fight. And like I said, it was a draw. His wife says that he wasn't. We never really asked her about PEDs. I don't know, man. That's a good question. It's kind of something where he was never caught for PEDs. So what can you say? I guess the only way you can really be accused of being on PEDs is being caught. Barry Bonds was never caught, but they say he was, and that's what I wouldn't ask that question. I'm not that kind of a fucking investigative journalist, I guess, man. And I don't think she'd know anyway. I really don't, man. I don't think she'd really know about the PED end of it. She's more into that he didn't have AIDS, that he never had the HIV. So if you want, I've seen check out that interview I did with her, and or follow her on Twitter, and if you want to ask her that question, bro, you can do it. But I heard some weird stories. I heard Tommy had pec implants, which it's just totally bizarre. But you hear these things. You hear so much crazy shit on here, and dude, I mean PEDs. Most athletes who can get away with doing PEDs. I didn't want to say that. Most athletes, dude. I was in the gym for 25 years. I worked as a trainer. I worked behind the desk. I was a gym rat. When I wasn't fucking working, I just hang out in the gym, move iron around back in the day. But I've done several PED cycles, 3 PED cycles. But I've seen so many people who do them and for no reason at all, just to look good in the bars, so to have the 20-inch guns popping out. So that's that's PEDs. I have a mixed feeling. I think they should be tested for. I think fighters who get caught with them should be first offense, heavy fine and a suspension. Second offense, that's it, man. No 3-strike rule, 2-strike rule. You get caught again, and you're gone. And you have to. How can you prove it by taking 2 tests? And they should also be lie detector tests. Hey, Carlos Mendoza, they should stick a lie detector test in there too, to give a little validity to the blood test. Just one more stepping stone to keeping the sport clean. But if there's a way, if there's a will, there's a way. And you hear Victor Conte, all these bad things, and I don't know if they're true or not. I've seen PEDs used by people that you wouldn't even expect to use them. Cops, man, cops were big fucking users of PEDs. I had my store. They used to sell this product called Strip. It was a detoxification drink, and it worked because, man, I'd have cops with my regular customers. They'd buy their protein there. They'd buy their glutamine, their creatine. Hey, Nick M, how you doing, my brother? Happy Tea Day, bro. I don't know if the British celebrate that, but celebrate it with a bird, bro. Stuff a bird, one way or the other. I don't go for the the celebration of traditional Thanksgiving, man. I just like a day off. I like the families get together, feed themselves, party hardy. Military, absolutely. Real rap. I sold to a lot of fucking uh, reserves. There was the Newport Naval Base is only a few miles away, and they knew my store had a little edge to it. I used to sell the pro hormones there, and so a lot of them used to come by and buy their supplements from me. I take special orders. I was a good nutritional technician, so I wrote out nice diets. I could read body fat to within 0.2 of a percentage point. They were always accurate. So I was pretty noted in the industry that I chose to make a living in, and I still do that today on the side to certain friends. But the PEDs, they're all a part of. They're just a part of sports. They're so fluent in there. Half of the guys you see buying whey protein and creatine, they got a little fucking. Back then we used to wear fanny packs. You'd have your fucking juice in there, your needles in there, and oral steroids too. But the biggest ones were, in fact, man, Bruce Gas is on fucking hormonal replacement therapy. I take a shot of testosterone every 20 days, and you see this stuff right here, testosterone cypionate. That is the same stuff that you buy in the locker room at the gym, and if you're lucky. A lot of the testosterone is bovine, which the Roy heads didn't care, man. Testosterone is testosterone. What, the guy didn't wash his hands when he was putting the bovine testosterone in the vials made by the same company. But anyway, man, it's so common, and see, I take it because I'm 67 and my cholesterol wouldn't be regulated, my blood pressure. See, testosterone is the fountain of youth. Your body male bodies strive to have testosterone, and testosterone levels, that's how much estrogen you have, how much testosterone you have, and the gap between those, that's what determines the keeping your body in an anabolic state. And the estrogen, the Clomid that was it Conor Ben found it to be using Clomid. That's an estrogen aromatizer. So your body doesn't produce the estrogen. See, estrogen is also can be pre-cancer. It can cause cancer in women, too much estrogen. So hormone manipulations are a fucked up thing. You got to know what you're doing to do it. And a lot of these cats doing steroid cycles, they don't realize a few years down the road, if you don't take the proper post-cycle therapy, if you don't take the right drugs to come off it, it can fuck up your whole fucking endocrine system. And putting that in layman's terms, man, I've seen chicks with goatees, fucking guys who can't get a hard on, man. It's a nasty fucking road they travel. But anyway, man, like I said, Pinklon Thomas, both of these guys, they're the two top heavyweights out there. Not the top, because there was a ton of top heavyweights out there who had belts. There were so many of the fighters back in this era. Coetzee and Pinklon Thomas both had belts. You had Mike Weaver who got a belt, and Bone Crusher Smith who got a belt, Tony Tubbs who got a belt, Michael Spinks. You had Larry Holmes who still had a belt. It was like so many of them. I'm sure you cats can start naming them too. Trevor Burbick, Mike Weaver. It's just so many of them. That real rap. See, that's a smart thing to do, and I don't know if I fucked myself up, but I only did a couple of cycles. Like I said, I did 2.5. The last one I didn't follow through on it because something happened. But they work. Great fucking results, dude. I had fucking 20-inch arms. They don't look bad on a 185-pound guy either. And dude, you 30-inch waist, you're benching 400, not quite 400, but you're benching crazy, ungodly amounts of weight. And it was a lot of fun at the time, but it was nothing that I was into. I used to hang with a lot of competitive bodybuilders, even guys who competed in natural federations, and they were juicing up, man. They were buying the strip, making sure they were cleaned out. I don't know how they were passing the lie detectors test, but you see, this is another thing. See, the promoters have their favorites, and they'll make sure their favorites pass the test. So it's It's a nasty world out there. That's why back in the day here, I think boxing was more simplified. But let's dig up this fight here, man. Number 7 ranked WBA contender Pinklon Thomas, who in his within the next couple of fights won the WBC title. So figure that out. Sugar Ray Leonard and freaking Tim Ryan. Is that who that cat is? I forget his name. But see, Pinklon Thomas, he's in great shape in this fight. He had Angelo Dundee in his corner. I don't know if Angelo's in there now. And Harry Coetzee, 223 pounds and 211-pound Pinklon Thomas. Coetzee's got the 3 defeats. And I'm gonna score this fight too. We're gonna see how it goes. See if it was a draw, a majority draw. We'll see, man. Prime ages: Tom 24, Coetzee 27. Both of them 6'3". Tom is 6 3/4. I'm sorry. Coetzee is a big guy. You know, Thomas seemed big at the time, but compared to heavyweights today, nah. No, Pigeon, steroids are made for humans too. Like I said, hormonal replacement therapy. Once you get older, you're taking testosterone. Some of them are used for healing purposes, but your basic testosterone is used for cattle, man. They use it on beef and cheap meats. Just kind of send it to a marketplace. They don't test for steroids in the beef, but clenbuterol's been found in there. So yeah, that's a huge industry there. But like I said, the medical industry, they have it, and now that we have such an aging population, a lot of older cats like myself, we're doing hormonal replacement therapy, and I've been doing it now for, I don't know, man, maybe 4 years. I know cats 10 years younger than me who are doing it because they have, they fucked around with a lot of roids back in the early day, and their T to E ratios are never going to even off. And Coetzee got the sharp jab in here. Pinklon Thomas looks like he's taking his time. Coetzee is landing most of the damaging punches in this round. Oh, nice left hook by Coetzee. Thomas hasn't landed any damaging or heavy punches yet. Maybe he's trying to drop a hook in there. Nice right hand by Pinklon Thomas. Backs Coetzee up. Coetzee getting his feet underneath him. But basically both of these guys are standing flat-footed, just trying to exchange. Coetzee is dropping some jabs in there. Pinklon Thomas going to the body. Slow-paced first round here, doing a lot of feeling out. And you guys want to check out some fights, go to Nick M's Classic Boxing channel, man. He's got them all over there. He's got a great channel. And Thomas seems to be the aggressor right now. I'm sorry, Coetzee seems to be the aggressor. But they're both pretty much standing their ground in center ring. Coetzee is pumping out a jab a little more effective. Thomas is holding that jab low, but Thomas has a great jab. Once he gets that jab warmed up. In the second, I'm going to give that first round to Coetzee. The starting of the second round here. I'll have to put the pause button on between rounds here so we can we can go over that round because I think they're doing this nice for watching, but not good for scoring. Coetzee trying to drop that bionic right hand. Pinklon Thomas using some nice feigning there, avoiding getting hit. Keeping that left hand awful low. And you don't want to do that against a right-handed puncher. Pinklon Thomas went in there, got a couple of shots in. Coetzee backed him to the ropes. And Coetzee pumping out that jab, trying to drop that right hand. He's not showing a lot of aggression here with it. But both of these guys, very, very heavy punches. You got Larry Hazard in there. Oh, yeah. Pinklon doing a lot of feigning in there. Coetzee coming in with his combinations, both doing some infighting. Larry Hazard stepping in. Larry hasn't had to do too much work here. We're only in the second round. Coetzee slapping with that jab. Both of them pouring out with that jab. They're not turning them over. They're just throwing. And Coetzee. Oh, nice combo by Coetzee. Coetzee tried to take his head off. Pinklon Thomas got inside and held on. Yeah, Thomas definitely seems a little bit inactive here, Nick. Yeah, neither one. They're showing a little too much respect for each other. Coetzee landed a body shot. Tried to drop that overhand right in there. Thomas is staying out of range, but Coetzee, just for the amount of punches he's thrown, is taking this round away. LaTanya, salute my sister. Don't forget to hit that like button, please. I don't know what that means, but I hear everybody say it, and it seems like when I get more likes, I get more views on my show, so I appreciate that if you're here, man. Another round for Coetzee. I'm going to give this fight 2-0 so far for Gerrie Coetzee. And they're both meeting again at center ring. Coetzee looks like he's got a little more confidence in this round. Thomas, the same lackluster style. He's keeping his hand down low. Pinklon Thomas seems to be chasing Coetzee around the ring here. Coetzee trying to drop that overhand right in there. LaTanya, we doing some heavy cooking today or what, my sister? Oh, Thomas just missed with a big right hand. And Coetzee pouring that jab out. Oh, Coetzee backing him up into the ropes. Thomas spins him around. Pinklon Thomas does not, he looks like he's a little drained to me. It looks like he needs to flesh out a little bit more. Look, he's taking on a big, beefy heavyweight here. And Coetzee blasting away. Good round for Coetzee so far. Pinklon Thomas holding on, trying to drop a right hand. Coetzee will have none of it, man. Pinklon Thomas on his toes, throwing some nice jabs out there. Circling around to Coetzee's left. To Coetzee's right. Nice defense by Thomas. He got a nice uppercut in the inside there. But Coetzee just a very, very tough guy. Doesn't throw the wide arcing punches right now. He's throwing some nice sharp punches. Thomas just got a nice jab in there. Coetzee coming in there, both holding on to each other. Coetzee is trying to feint, moving his head side to side, backing Coetzee up. Oh, Pinklon Thomas is trying to throw a big power punch there. Yep, Coetzee is definitely gaining a little confidence here. He's landing the more volume of punches. He seems to have Pinklon Thomas very tentative. Round 4. It's another round for Coetzee, man. This is 3-0. Thomas has got to really get moving here. And Coetzee is trying to get in close, drop that bionic right hand. Drop the left hook. Larry Hazard doing a good job in this fight. Yeah. Moving around each other in mid-range, man. I don't see too many punches. Nice jab, hook off the jab from Pinklon Thomas. I think he might have gotten a little of Coetzee's attention. Coetzee is trying to drop down a right hand. Yeah, Pinklon Thomas looks like he's putting more of his he's moving forward, throwing his jab now. Gets a lot more power on it in that one. Like I said, Pinklon Thomas has a great jab. Interesting. Check that out, man. You know, this man's a historian right there, bro. You know, this man does the research. He's got the receipts. I'm a fan with a pretty good memory. But yeah, man. Oh, nice right hand by Pinklon Thomas. And Pinklon, I can see how he had the flu. He does not look sharp. He looks like he's a little bit drained here. Oh. Yeah, fighting with the flu. I can only imagine that, man. You have to be 100%. But then again, you talk to some of these boxers and they say they never went to a fight 100%. There you go. More words of wisdom from my brother Nick M out there. I saw Pinklon Thomas at the. I wasn't there, but I was there in spirit, my friend. Here we are in the 5th round, man. So I'm gonna give Pinklon Thomas the 4th round. He came around a little bit in the 4th round. It was a very close round, but I'm gonna sway toward Pinklon Thomas in that round. And here we are in the 5th. Coetzee has got the classic boxing style, hands up high, European style. Pinklon Thomas got that classic American style, man. He's he was a fan of Muhammad Ali. You can tell by the way he holds his hands. Oh, Coetzee coming in with nice combinations in the corner. Coetzee with jabs and right hands. Pinklon Thomas is holding on a little bit there, man. Pinklon pumping out that jab where Thomas isn't. He's landing them 4 punches, 5 punches to 1 over here. Just a constant barrage of jabs there. Pinklon Thomas is going to have to come around here because he's down 3-1, and it could be 4-1. Or it could, who knows how the judges are scoring it. We'll go back and look at the scorecards after this and check it out. Oh, nice left hook by Coetzee. Right hand to the body, right hand to the head. Pinklon Thomas, nice combination coming back. Oh, non-stop fighting. Oh, they're both landing some tremendous punches in this round. Another big overhand right by Pinklon Thomas. Larry has it. He's a fan here too. He's just breaking him up, and he's looking at this fight. He's intently looking at this fight. Some rough stuff on the inside, a little clash of heads there. Oh, Thomas tries to feint. Looks like Thomas is trying to cut the ring off on Gerrie Coetzee, trying to get him in the corner. He wants to drop that big right hand. He's just not active enough. He should have been cutting the ring off and throwing punches right there. Nice stuff here in the fifth round. Pinklon Thomas on the end of a three-punch combination, two that missed, but that body shot, that left to the body. Yeah, Coetzee is really trying to drop the bombs on there. Short right by Coetzee got in there. Exchanging jabs in the center ring. Here we go. Thomas is starting to land that jab. That's his best punch. He's starting to get it off. But Coetzee backed him up into the ropes. Looked like a clash of heads there, but I might be wrong. Coetzee is trying to feint, drop the right hand. And Pinklon Thomas is he's got some nice movement there. Just got hit in the side of the head with a nice right hand. Just got a nice right and left hand himself. I've got this fight 5-1 so far in favor of Gerrie Coetzee, and this was scored a draw. So Pinklon Thomas has got to sweep these next 5 rounds. Pinklon Thomas on his toes, trying to stay away from Coetzee. Pinklon looks like he might be getting his second win here. Look at that jab pump out there. Doesn't seem to affect the big burly Gerrie Coetzee. Yeah, beautiful left hook by Coetzee. Nice right hand by Coetzee. They're both exchanging punches here. Thomas gets in. Little left uppercut got in there by Coetzee. Thomas looking for that opening. Nice defense. He's bobbing and weaving that head. I think he realizes he's got to get moving here. And here we go for the start of the 7th round. I've got it 4-2 in favor of Gerrie Coetzee, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Used to be the place for fights back in the 70s, man. The casinos. And you got to give it to Donald Trump too. If he did nothing for anybody, whatever, leaving politics out, he was involved with putting on some great fights, bringing some great fights to Atlantic City. Coetzee is standing straight up. I think Pinklon Thomas has got to figure this man out. He's got to start moving around, slipping some punches, dropping some fucking damaging shots here. Oh, nice hook by Pinklon Thomas. Kind of straightened up heavy Coetzee. Thomas he's catching those punches. Oh, he just got nailed with a left hook and a right hand. And he's getting beat up on the ropes now. Coetzee going in for the kill. Landing some hard punches. Thomas staying on his feet, dancing out of trouble. Halfway through the round. Not much action going on right now, man. They're mostly just walking around the ring. Coetzee flicking out the jab. Thomas covering up. Thomas covering up, holding on. And Pinklon Thomas is standing right in front of heavy Coetzee. Coetzee is bopping around looking for the opening. Thomas is fighting more of a lackluster kind of defensive fight. He's not really leading with those punches that he needs to do to stay in this fight. And I don't know how he pulled out a draw if he doesn't really start winning some of these rounds. Yep, Coetzee is still applying the pressure now. Pinklon Thomas saying something to the referee. Nice hook coming out of the break. Thomas is starting to land some nice punches there. Oh, nice right hand. Coetzee felt that one. That was probably the best punch of the fight. Yeah, and I'm going to give that round to Pinklon Thomas. We're in round number 8 here. I've got it 4-3, so Pinklon Thomas has closed it up a little bit, but some of those rounds could have went either way. Very subjective fight to score. Thomas just tried to land a big overhand right. Oh, nice right hand, nice hook. Pinklon Thomas is landing some nice punches here. Now Coetzee he's not applying the pressure. He's not putting the heat on him. Thomas is taking advantage of that. Oh, beautiful overhand right by Pinklon Thomas. Thomas with the jabs. Oh, nice 1-2 by Pinklon Thomas. Yeah, Thomas is definitely taking over this round. Oh, beautiful right hand. And Pinklon Thomas looks like he wants to chalk up some points. I see some blood coming out of Coetzee's nose. Oh, the cut over his right eye, cut over his left eye. I'm sorry, dripping blood. It's a bad spot to have a cut. Must have been opened by a punch. I didn't see the headbutt. Oh, Pinklon Thomas is winning this round hands down. Coetzee I don't know if that blood's going to spare him on or if he's losing sight in that left eye. But he's definitely taking some time off here. And Pinklon Thomas is doing the stalking right now, pushing out that jab. Coetzee is just a tough burly. Oh, beautiful left hook. Coetzee trying to put his weight on him. I'm going to give that round to Pinklon Thomas. This fight is tied up in my books. And there they go. They're going right at it again, man. Round number 8. I'm sorry, round number 9. It's a very, very fast-paced fight. See, the thing about heavyweights today, man, they start hugging each other and hanging all over each other. Coetzee was a tough guy. He was knocked out tremendously by Mike Weaver and Greg Page. But you had to be the best to beat him. And on that night, particular night, maybe Mike Weaver was. Oh, look at that blood. Boxing at its finest, my friends. The barbaric sport. Oh, look at these guys in the later rounds, man. This is action. Pinklon Thomas coming on. Oh, beautiful left hook, man. Pinklon Thomas is really throwing. He's starting to mush his face with that jab. Looks like he's getting ready to drop the right hand. But Coetzee just keeps coming forward. Coetzee is a tough guy. Like I said, after this fight, both of them won heavyweight versions of the heavyweight championship. Pinklon Thomas won the WBA title. Coetzee won the Pinklon Thomas won the WBC. Coetzee the WBA, and I think Pinklon Thomas was the initial IBO heavyweight champion too, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, beautiful 1-2 by Pinklon Thomas. Good ending of this fight by Pinklon Thomas. Oof. Coetzee just got out of the way of that. And man, it's hard to believe none of these guys went down. They are two iron chin fighters here. I mean, inactivity and drug addiction, they did something to the chin of Pinklon Thomas. And Coetzee, and when he got smacked right on the jaw, what can you say? He had a great chin, but so did Larry Holmes. You saw what happened to him when he got smacked. Right around this same era too, man. We're right in that glorious heavyweight early 80s era, man. That was a golden time to be a fan of heavyweight boxing. Oh, look at this shit, man. Coetzee coming on with some tremendous punches. Trying to score the round, but man, there we go. It's another one for Pinklon Thomas is crept right back into this fight, man. You could score one of those earlier rounds even. This fight would be dead even right now. I have Pinklon Thomas up by a round, but I was being generous earlier in the fight. Now we're coming on to the winner of this fight round should win this fight. But we all know what happened to it. I'm not gonna tell you if you don't already know. But let's watch it to the end, man. Let's see how they score it. Little blues in the background there. And Pinklon Thomas has got a gash over his eye too. He's got a hell of a big glob of freaking Vaseline there. I don't know how the referee's letting him get away with that. Look at this last round. Oh man, here we go. Slug City. Pinklon Thomas moving forward. Heavy Coetzee just letting his hands go. Oh yeah, real rap. See, a 12-round fight initially was only supposed to be for a regional title, the NABF, the WBA, the USBA. All major fights were 10 rounders. 12 rounds was a regional title. 15 rounds was a championship. Oh, here we go. I think they were. This is around the time they were cutting them down to 12 rounds. And they even tried having overtime. There was a short period of time where you don't take your gloves off till the referee announces the decision because they used to go for that sudden death overtime, which made no sense, man. Made no sense. But boxing tried it all. Open scoring they've tried. What they should go back to is gloving up in the ring. We could take away any kind of discrepancies of loaded gloves. But notice they're both wearing the same color gloves, made by the same manufacturer. And this is the boxing I love. Here we go, man. We're into the home stretch. These guys are just both going at it, man. Look, man. They're both landing bombs over here. The last 30 seconds. I'm glad I'm doing that real rap. I'm just talking like I'm in a barbershop right now, bro. The final 10 seconds coming up. Here we go, man. We're getting the clack of the wooden sticks at ringside. Come on, guys. 10 seconds, man. I guess they're not that desperate. Both of them must think they have this fight. I mean, this is Muhammad Ali time. There we go, man. They're touching gloves. Well, this is a tough fight. I can't argue with a draw. Scoring it right now, I had Coetzee up. I had Pinklon Thomas up by a round. How'd you guys score that fight? Yeah, real rap. Like I said, man, I was thinking about that today. I was kind of meditating a little bit this morning, and I was looking at a lot of my family and shit, and I just kind of said, I was telling them what I'm doing now, and I had the phone there, and I'm showing them. They're like, "You're doing this." I said, "Hey, I think God's got a plan for me, And they Coetzee, and I think this is the final play over here, man. I think he wants me doing this, getting people together through boxing. They're both confident. Let's see Pinklon Thomas's corner. He had Angelo Dundee. I don't know if Angelo Dundee's in his corner yet, but he had Angelo Dundee in there for a while. No, I don't see Ange over there. I think I saw Chuck Hull there announcing the fight. Oh, Cedric Kushner. Rest in peace. A great promoter from South Africa. I mean, he used to promote rock concerts. Got into boxing. He brought a bunch of big fights up here. See, back in the day, that's the end of that one. Let me get that off there before we get in trouble here, man. Woo! Good fight, bro. Good fight. Gershon, how you doing, my brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you again. I haven't seen you in a while, brother. I'm glad you're here, man. Okay, and then he must have went to Angelo after this fight. But yeah, man, this was a fight that definitely worth going back and watching. We can see how the heavyweight division. We got a great fight on Saturday. I'm looking forward to, man. We've got a heavyweight fight. We're gonna see Franklin, and we're gonna see Dillian White. So that's another fight. It's kind of in the caliber of this. We have two prospects going at it. Dillian White's been around the ring a bit. I'm not crazy about him. Jermaine Franklin, he's undefeated. You watch some of his fights. He's not that fleet of foot. Doesn't seem to have a lot of power, but I think he may stop Dillian White. I think Dillian White's towards the end of his career here, man. And that's heavyweight boxing. And I'm glad you cats stopped in there for a little bit to watch this fight with me. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun going over it. A lot of fun reliving this night. Don't forget tomorrow night, man. 7 o'clock over here. We're gonna have I'm gonna have Hasim Rockman Jr. I'm gonna have Tim Witherspoon Jr. They're gonna be on my panel with me, and we're gonna see if see what's happening amongst them. I know they both talked about fighting each other. I don't know if it's gonna be an exhibition or a real fight. I know Hasim Jr.'s into real fights, and Tim Jr. retired fighter, man. He's only lost to the best. He comes from a great boxing family. Hasim Rockman Jr. Another one. These are sons of legends. Let's see what happens, man. This should be a lot of fun. So thank you so much for coming in here, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much, man. Last thing I want to do is get redundant and get boring over here. I just wanted to get this fight out there and show my gratitude for all you cats coming in here, man. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Listen to a little tinkling of those keyboards in the back, man. That's kind of the jazz end of it right now, anyway. Maybe I'm going to go raid some of those sweets. Maybe I'll have a little, I hate to do it. I hate to do it, man. I think I'm going to have the fortitude not to have any of that stuff. I'll save it all for my wife for tomorrow. Because like I said, I walked out of there, looked like a waiter coming over with a dessert tray with a half dozen things on there. I'm going to get out of that mindset, and I'm going to go troll around a little bit. Maybe do a little bit of stretching. Get a good night's sleep. I appreciate everybody coming in here, man. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. God bless you, man. Peace.